We got a new Minecraft update today. Hello there, right here. It is update 25W08A, and this will eventually turn into the 1.21.5 update. Guys, they revamped all of the spawn eggs in creative mode. So now instead of trying to detect what the mob spawns based off of the name or the different color codes that they used to have, they now have individual images and the art is amazing. So let's go through them. So this is a lay, armadillo, axolotl, bat, bee, blaze, bogged, breeze, camel, cat, cave spider, chicken, cod, cow, creaking, creeper, dolphin, donkey, drowned, elder guardian, enderman, endermite, evoker, fox, frog, ghast, glow squid, goat, guardian, puglin, horse, husk, iron golem, llama, magma cube, mushroom, mule, ocelot, panda, parrot, phantom, pig, piglin, piglin brute, pillager, polar bear, pufferfish, rabbit, ravenger, salmon, sheep, shulker, silverfish, skeleton, skeleton horse, slime, sniffer, snow golem, spider, squid, stray, strider, tadpole, trader llama, tropical fish, turtle, vex, villager, vindicator, wandering trader, warden, witch, wither skeleton, wolf, zoglin, zombie, zombie horse, zombie villager, and zombified piglin. And there's two spawn eggs which you normally can't find here, which is the ender dragon and the wither. Now all the egg textures look really cute, and there's even like size differences. So like some of the smaller stuff have like a little bit smaller spawn eggs. There's also quite a variety, especially when it comes to like the piglins. They almost have like their whole head and body there. And this is definitely going to make it a lot easier in order to find whatever type of mob you're trying to find, rather than trying to memorize all the different color combinations. Especially since there's starting to become so many mobs that were the white color, they all look very similar. The only unfortunate thing is most people won't see this if they're only playing survival, but what do you think of these changes? Help me reach 500,000 subscribers by clicking that sub button. They added in 6 different sound variations for the dogs. This is not related to the actual color of the dog or which biome you can find them in. Every dog is going to have one of these 6 personalities, and this is either big, cute, puglin, angry, grumpy, or sad. And this will affect all the different noises that the individual wolves will make, which includes their ambient noise as well as their hurt, death noise, growl, whine, and also their panting sounds. Now these noises actually sound very similar to just dogs in real life. But unlike the pandas, which have different personalities, you can't visually see what dog is which type. You just have to end up listening to each dog and kind of sorting it that way. Now it is easier to detect the big dog because it makes a really low, deep bark. The cute one's really kind of high pitch and sounds really young. The sad one sounds kind of saddish. There's also the grumpy one. A little bit hard to detect that one. There's also the angry one, which does sound like a really mean dog. There's one called puglin. I'm not sure what puglin is, if that's a misspell. I looked up the word and nothing actually came up for it, other than something maybe related to the pugs breed of dogs. Let me know if you know what puglin would actually mean. And the original sound of the dog is also in there. That means you can find a total of 7 different wolf variations when it comes to their sound. Which means if you wanted to get all the different colors of dogs with all the different sound variations, there's 9 of those plus the 7 sounds, which is 63 different types of dogs to collect. Now they reverted the weird colors that could be found inside the cold as well as hot biomes when it comes to the sheep types, which is something I forgot to mention in the last week's snapshot video. And this is that there was an uncommon chance of finding yellow, reds, and orange sheep in warm biomes and some blue variations of sheep in cold biomes. But yeah, it just looked really weird, so I'm glad they actually reverted this. So now cold biomes will have the common colored black ones with the uncommon grays, white, and brown, but also that chance of the super rare pink one. With the warm biomes having the common brown ones and the more uncommon black, grays, and whites with that super rare chance of the pink one. And here's a list of all the different cold biomes. Then it switches over to temperate biomes when it comes to the ocean. And then it's considered warm biome, everything that's beyond the Mushroom Islands. But it's good to keep in mind that sheep don't actually naturally spawn in all these different types of biomes. But they added a new change to sheep, that is when you shear them, they'll no longer default to looking like a white sheep after they're sheared, but instead will have the same brown color on their little bits. And they even added this little patchiness, which is actually very true when it comes to shearing sheep in real life. You don't actually shear them completely bald, as what you do is you just make their hair shorter and not actually remove it all. But this is a great illustration to tell people that they've actually sheared the sheep, because from a distance it'd be hard to tell if they were thick like this or if they were a little bit thinner, if everything was the exact same color. Now it is to be a parody along with Bedrock Edition, and they also made it so that sheep can now eat ferns just like they can in Bedrock Edition, similar to how they can eat grass and dry grass. Yum. Click that like button for some good luck. They also changed bushes, so now in order to farm them we have to have them similar to the dry grass where the player needs to break them. So I actually had to make a new bush farm, as you can see. But there is still some weird stuff in the snapshot, like they accidentally broke it so that the firefly bush farm no longer works, as they somehow gave it the same properties, so now it will only grow on the side rather than just making a duplicate. So I don't think that is intended, and because of that reason I didn't bother making a new farm for that one. There also still seems to be the bug that if you would break these bushes with a tool, it never actually takes any durability, which is different than like ferns and grasses, so that might get changed as well. Now speaking of changes, they went ahead and added in so that these guys also have their noses sticking out a little bit further, which is something they added into the new cows, so then they went ahead and added into these variations of the cows. You can now also find camels that will naturally spawn in desert biomes, so you don't have to go to desert villages to find these anymore. And speaking of villages, in some of their chests you can actually find the bundle as an item, which is great because you're already exploring and you end up with a lot of items, so now you can store them all. And they also lowered the noise when it comes to the leaf litter, as well as the different grass noises. And they also fixed some bugs this week, but nothing too important for survival. And the website where you normally would report bugs is still down, as they are currently migrating this over. So they said just remember those bugs and report them once it is up again. Did you know I stream over 20 hours a week? And I'm probably live right now, so check out the link down in the description. I'll see you guys all over there, as now we have a whole bunch of new automatic farms that can be placed inside of spawn chunks. Thanks to all my monthly supporters, and bye bye!